50 chicken facts. Ever wondered if chickens have a secret superpower hiding beneath those feathers? Well, you're in for a treat. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll discover a mind-blowing fact that'll change the way you look at these clucking critters forever. But first, let's embark on a fun-filled journey through 50 surprising facts about chickens you won't believe. Ready to get your feathers ruffled? Let's jump right in. Did you know that chickens are the closest living relatives to the Tyrannosaurus rex? Sounds crazy, right? But it's true. Scientists have found remarkable similarities between the DNA of chickens and that of the mighty T-Rex. So next time you're watching your chicken peck around the yard, imagine a tiny dinosaur hunting for snacks. In fact, certain proteins extracted from T-Rex fossils have matched those found in chickens, reinforcing this prehistoric connection. It gives a whole new meaning to the term dino nuggets, doesn't it? Chickens can remember over 100 different faces, whether they're human or animal. That's right, they're not just bird-brained. If you've ever felt like your chickens recognize you, it's because they actually do. They can also differentiate between familiar and unfamiliar individuals, reacting more cautiously around strangers. So if someone new enters the coop, expect your chickens to give them the skeptical side-eye. It's like having a feathered security team. Smash that like button and subscribe if you like farm animal videos like this. We have some great videos in the works. Believe it or not, chickens dream when they sleep. Researchers have discovered that chickens experience REM, rapid eye movement sleep, the same stage where humans dream. What's more, their sleep patterns are complex, including both REM and non-REM sleep cycles. This suggests they might process daytime experiences at night, perhaps replaying that epic chase after a runaway worm. Sweet dreams, little cluckers. Ever noticed a chicken tilting its head and giving you the side eye? That's because chickens can see ultraviolet light. Their eyes pick up a broader spectrum of colours than ours do, including UV rays. Additionally, their ability to detect ultraviolet light aids in mate selection, as certain feathers reflect UV light more vividly. So a rooster's plumage might look extra dazzling to a hen, even if we can't see it. Talk about a secret fashion show. Chickens are quite the chatterboxes with over 30 distinct vocalizations. From clucks and cackles to purrs and squawks, each sound has a specific meaning. They even have a special food call that roosters use to tell hens they've found something tasty. It's like the rooster is saying, "Dinner is served, ladies." Such gallant gentlemen, aren't they? Here's a romantic tidbit. Hens are attracted to roosters with large, vibrant combs. That floppy red crest on top of a rooster's head isn't just for show. It's a sign of health and vitality. Moreover, a healthy comb helps regulate body temperature, indicating that the rooster is robust and resilient. So essentially, the comb is like a flashy billboard advertising prime genetics here. Chickens have an uncanny sense of direction thanks to a built-in GPS. They can navigate using the sun's position, which helps them find their way around even unfamiliar territory. They also use landmarks and visual cues to map out their environment. So if you rearrange the backyard furniture, don't be surprised if your chickens take a moment to recalibrate their mental maps. Ever heard of the egg song? After laying an egg, hens often break into a chorus of clucks and cackles. Interestingly, this communal singing can encourage other hens to lay eggs too, creating a symphony of productivity. It's like they're saying, "Join the club, the nesting box is open." Chickens can run at speeds up to 9 miles per hour. That's faster than most people jog. They also have impressive agility, able to make sharp turns and sudden stops. This helps them evade predators and, let's be honest, makes it extra challenging when you're trying to catch them for a health check. These feathered friends are omnivores, meaning they eat both plants and animals. In addition to their varied diet, chickens play a crucial role in pest control, reducing the need for chemical pesticides. They're like tiny eco-warriors, keeping your garden healthy while filling their bellies. Intrigued yet? Well, hold on to your hat because the next set of facts will truly astonish you. Could chickens possibly have talents that rival our own? Let's keep going and find out. A chicken's heart beats at a whopping 280 to 315 times per minute. That's over 4 times faster than the average human heart rate. This rapid heartbeat supports their active lifestyle, allowing quick bursts of energy when needed. So while they might look calm pecking at the ground, inside they're revved up and ready to sprint. Chickens have excellent memories and can recall the location of food sources for months. They also remember negative experiences, like where a predator was last seen, helping them avoid danger in the future. It's like they've got a mental scrapbook of places to peck and areas to avoid. The world's oldest chicken lived to be 16 years old. Her name was Matilda, and she even made it into the Guinness World Records. Matilda wasn't just any chicken, she was a stage performer with her magician owner, wowing audiences across the country. Talk about a showbiz veteran. Chickens experience empathy. Researchers have found that hens can feel their chicks' distress and react accordingly. They'll even adopt orphaned chicks, showing compassion beyond their own brood. It's like the ultimate display of mother-hen behavior, giving a whole new depth to that phrase. Ever seen a chicken rolling around in the dirt? They're taking a dust bath. This behavior also helps distribute natural oils throughout their feathers, keeping them waterproof and in top flying condition, even if they don't fly much. It's their version of a beauty regimen. Some chickens lay coloured eggs naturally. Breeds like the Araucana, Americana, and Easter eggers can lay blue, green, or even pinkish eggs. The egg colour comes from pigments deposited as the egg forms. For instance, the blue comes from eucyanin, a pigment produced by the hen's bile. Science making breakfast more colourful. Roosters perform a dance called tidbitting to impress hens. They make unique sounds and move their heads up and down, often picking up and dropping food. Studies have shown that roosters who tidbit more frequently have better success in attracting mates. So practice makes perfect, even in the chicken world. Chickens have 3 eyelids. The third eyelid, called a nictitating membrane, moves horizontally across the eye. This membrane is transparent, allowing chickens to see while protecting their eyes from dust and debris during activities like scratching for food. It's like having built-in safety goggles. They have nearly 360-degree vision. Chickens can see almost all the way around themselves without turning their heads. However, they have a blind spot right in front of their beaks. That's why you might see them cock their heads to get a better look at something directly in front of them. It's their way of saying, "Wait, what's that?" Chickens don't sweat. To cool down, they pant like dogs and hold their wings away from their bodies. They might also dig shallow pits to rest in cooler earth. So if you see a chicken lying in a hole, they're not being lazy, just chilling out literally. Surprised yet? Just wait until you hear what's coming up. Could chickens possibly have abilities that outshine modern technology? Let's find out. Chickens can recognize and remember their own names. So when you call Henrietta, she might actually come running. They also respond to tone of voice, so speaking gently can make them more comfortable around you. It's like they're saying, "I hear you and I like your vibe." Some chickens have feathers on their feet, making them look like they're wearing fluffy slippers. Breeds like the Faverolles and Silkies sport these fashionable feathered feet. These feathers can also provide extra insulation during cold months. So they're not just stylish, they're practical too. The average hen lays about 300 eggs per year. That's nearly an egg a day, giving you plenty of omelettes, cakes and breakfast delights. Egg production can be influenced by daylight hours, which is why some farmers use artificial lighting in coops to keep the eggs coming year-round. It's like setting the mood lighting for egg laying. Chickens use the Earth's magnetic field to navigate. They have tiny amounts of iron in their beaks that act like a compass. This magnetic sensitivity helps them orient themselves and may even play a role in migration patterns for wild species. They're like tiny feathered navigators tuned into the planet's vibes. Roosters have built-in earplugs. When they crow, they can lower a small flap of skin over their ear canal to prevent hearing loss. This adaptation reduces the volume of their own crowing by up to 10 decibels, so they can greet the morning without giving themselves a headache. Chickens can taste saltiness and sourness, but not sweetness. So while they might enjoy a savoury snack, sugary treats don't do much for them. This makes sense given their natural diet doesn't include sweets. So if you're planning a chicken birthday party, skip the cake and go for grains. Hens communicate with their chicks even before they hatch. They cluck softly to the eggs and the chicks peep back from inside the shell. This prenatal communication helps synchronize hatching times, ensuring the chicks emerge around the same time. It's like setting a group alarm clock. Chickens have pain receptors, meaning they can feel pain and distress. It's important to handle them gently and provide a comfortable living environment. Stress can even affect their egg production and overall health. So a happy chicken isn't just a kind gesture, it's beneficial for everyone involved. The colour of a hen's earlobes can predict the colour of her eggs. Hens with white earlobes typically lay white eggs, while those with red or brown earlobes lay brown eggs. There are exceptions, of course, but it's a handy rule of thumb. It's like a sneak peek into their egg palette. Chickens can count and perform simple arithmetic. Studies have shown that they can distinguish between different quantities and even do basic addition and subtraction. In one experiment, hens were trained to peck a button a specific number of times to receive a reward. They consistently pecked the correct number, proving they're no bird brains when it comes to numbers. Can you believe all these incredible facts? But we're not done yet. The most astonishing revelations are still ahead. Could chickens possibly possess skills that rival modern technology? Stay tuned! Chickens are more intelligent than toddlers in some cognitive tasks. They understand object permanence, the concept that objects continue to exist even when out of sight, something human children develop around 1 year old. They can also anticipate future events based on past experiences, showing a level of foresight. So while they won't be solving Rubik's Cubes anytime soon, their smarts are nothing to cluck at. Roosters crow not just at dawn, but throughout the day. Their crowing is a way to establish territory and communicate with the flock. They might also crow in response to sudden noises or disturbances. So if you hear a midday crow-off, they might be saying, "Who's that trespassing squirrel?" Chickens can see in full colour and have tetrachromatic vision. That means they have 4 types of colour receptors, allowing them to see ultraviolet light. This enhanced vision helps them detect subtle differences in feather coloration. which plays a role in social signaling and mate selection. They're seeing the world in ultra-high definition. There's a breed called the silky chicken, known for its fluffy plumage and black skin and bones. Their feathers feel like silk, hence the name, and they have a unique appearance that's hard to forget. Silkies also have 5 toes instead of the usual 4, adding to their quirky charm. They're like the eccentric artists of the chicken world. Chickens are highly social animals and establish a pecking order within their flock. This hierarchy determines access to food, nesting sites, and mates. Disruptions to this order, like introducing new chickens, can cause temporary chaos as they re-establish ranks. It's like a feathery Game of Thrones minus the dragons. Chickens have been domesticated for over 8,000 years. They've been companions to humans since ancient times, providing eggs, meat, and even companionship. They were first domesticated in Southeast Asia and have since become one of the most widespread domestic animals. From royal courts to backyard coops, chickens have seen it all. The largest recorded chicken egg weighed nearly 12 ounces and had 2 yolks and a double shell. That's one colossal egg. This rare occurrence is called a double egg and happens when an egg that's almost ready to be laid gets merged with another developing egg. It's the turducken of the egg world. Some chickens are bred to be featherless. These breeds are developed for hot climates to help them stay cool. However, this trait also makes them more vulnerable to parasites and sunburn, requiring extra care. It's a trade-off between comfort and protection, kind of like choosing between flip-flops and hiking boots. Chickens use sunbathing to maintain their health. They spread their wings and soak up the sun's rays, which helps them produce vitamin D. Sunbathing also helps regulate their circadian rhythms, ensuring they sleep well at night. So they're not just getting a tan, they're optimizing their wellness. Roosters can dance. They perform elaborate courtship dances to woo hens, showcasing their feathers and strutting their stuff. Some roosters even incorporate objects like sticks or leaves into their dance to appear more impressive. It's like bringing flowers on a first date. Feeling clucky for more? The final stretch is here, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Could chickens hold a record that's out of this world? Let's continue. The fear of chickens is called alectorophobia. Yes, some people are genuinely terrified of our feathered friends. This phobia can stem from negative experiences or cultural factors. So if someone runs screaming from a chicken coop, now you know why. In some ancient cultures, chickens were worshipped as symbols of the sun and fertility. In Zoroastrianism, the rooster was considered a symbol of light that would crow to herald the coming of dawn and dispel darkness. Talk about being a morning person or bird. There's a museum in Sweden dedicated entirely to chickens. The Hen Museum showcases art, history, and cultural significance of chickens. They feature exhibits like chicken-inspired artwork and historical artifacts. It's a clucktastic destination for any poultry enthusiast. Chickens can grieve when they lose a companion. They may exhibit signs of depression, such as lethargy or decreased appetite. They might also search for their missing friend, calling out and looking around the areas they used to frequent together. It's a poignant reminder of their emotional depth. Some chickens have been known to adopt ducklings and other baby birds. They're nurturing creatures with strong maternal instincts. However, they might be in for a surprise when their chicks take to water. Imagine a hen's confusion watching her adopted ducklings swim away. Chickens can run backward. Not many animals can do that. This skill helps them quickly escape tight spots or tricky situations. So if you see a chicken moonwalking away, don't be alarmed, they've just got moves. The longest recorded flight of a chicken is 13 seconds, covering a distance of over 300 feet. While they aren't built for sustained flight, their wing-assisted jumps help them roost in trees or escape predators. They're more like parkour athletes than pilots. Chickens have individual personalities. Some are bold and adventurous, while others are shy or prefer to stay close to the coop. Getting to know your chickens can make for a more rewarding experience as you tailor care to each bird's quirks. It's like having a diverse group of friends, each bringing something unique to the table. There was a chicken named Mike who lived without his head for 18 months. Known as Miracle Mike, he became a sideshow sensation in the 1940s. Mike's owner fed him with an eyedropper, and Mike toured the country, drawing crowds wherever he went. It's a bizarre but true story that leaves us all scratching our heads, no pun intended. Finally, the secret superpower you've been waiting for. Drumroll please. Chickens can predict weather changes. They become restless before a storm and may roost early if bad weather is approaching. Some farmers say chickens act more subdued before a snowfall. They're like living barometers tuned into atmospheric pressure changes. So, next time your chickens are acting a bit off, check the forecast. You might be in for a surprise. Click the video here and see 30 giant machines that help produce the food that powers our world. From giant harvesters to a massive swarm of smaller New Age helpers. You will love the journey through fascinating